Tuesday, the cat who could drive a car.
Okay, I'm Pat Bryan. I've been with animal regulations for 7 years now. We're going to be going into Thousand Oaks. We have a dead cat to pick up from an animal owner. There will be fees involved since they can't bring it into the shelter themselves. So, well, right now there's a big abundance of them since when we had the drought and everything here the last 5 years. We've had a lot come into the city areas and kind of take up residence in the homes. And we were getting a lot of calls to come get them, take them back out up in the hills where they belong. There's just been no food or water out there for them. They have eventually come back into town again. And because of that, they have to cross roadways to get to where they want to go so they can get food and water and shelter. That we pick up a lot of them here in this past year or so that have been roadkill. And it's kind of unfortunate that things like that happen because they're not really back in the environment where they belong. So because of this, we've been getting a lot of them. Up in the Ojai, I'd say Ventura, north up in the Ojai area. Once in a while you'll get one, we get people that'll call and say they've got a sick one or an injured one or something, and that's what their name is, possum. You know, they'll play dead or play sick or something, and once you leave them alone, they will leave and you come back and they're nowhere to be found at all. So you really got to be careful with them. They don't really attack or anything, but they will bite you to protect themselves, especially if there's a female that has a litter of them. They're very protective of their little ones. Well, up there, you'll get, I've seen badgers and deer. You get a lot of skunks, raccoons. You get a lot of your wildlife further up into the hills that you go. We've had reports every once in a while we'll get a bear that's loose in the area coming down into the city to find some food, and we'll call wildlife officials come out and they'll tranquilize it, put it in their barrel that they have that's on wheels and transport it back up into the hills. Again, out in the Saticoy area off of the 118 there and 126 area to Ventura, a lot of your animals down in that area that we'll pick up are a lot of your opossums and cats. And I do know that that being a county area, we don't do a lot of leash law in that area, so people assume they can let their dogs run loose too. So we do pick up a lot of dogs in that area. Every once in a while you'll get dog chasing cat. Next thing you know, you'll get a combination roadkill because they do go across that major roadway there.
Yeah, the owner left a note for us, and also a check, because there's, like I said, there was a fee involved for picking up their animal. To identify them, what they are. If we put them on our impound sheet, we need to know the type of cat it is, what's a long hair, medium hair, long hair.
Camarillo. Okay, that's part of the county area there. You get a lot of wildlife that runs through there. You get a lot of squirrels. You can get rabbits, skunks, coyotes. You get an occasional dog and cat. You get a little variety of roadkill through that area. It's starting to build up with more homes out there now. Well, on the Lewis Road, we get a lot of dead there because that road has traveled so much. We're going to drive into the back unloading area here at the Simi shelter, and we'll get all the dead ones we picked up to this point and get them put away where they belong.
freezer. That's where they all go. If you don't put them in something cold, they'll just get like this and start smelling and everything. You don't want that to happen.
It makes you wonder why people wait so long to call something like that in, because you don't want those things sitting out there that long in the heat. That's what they'll turn to. It's just like turning to Jello in the long run. So if you know of anybody and they see them, please call in way in advance. That way we don't have to put up with that ourselves. They do smell and they do look terrible. Okay, we're back to the Camarillo shelter now, and just off to the left here is our unloading area, and this big silver doors where we take all of our dead animals. So we're gonna, the two we have on the truck, we're gonna put in there now, and we'll take a little walk through there. It's not a very pretty sight, but it's something that sometimes that people should see to realize, you know, this is where the health and care and taking care of your animals belong. At home, you know, not out running loose to where they end up in a place like this. So we'll unload what we got and we'll go on in there here in just a sec.
The cat who could drive a car.
Just hit something?
I don't think so. Oh no, Josie!
He drives around all over the town. Toots is the driving cat.
Drinking all night in the tavern, my head is a mighty heavy load. I feel like I've been run over, like a poor little critter on the road. Poor little critter on the road, where were you trying to go? Life's got a bucket full of woes for the poor little critter on the road. Poor little critter on the road.
Shoot, I've been fishing for about probably 27 years, since I was about 2 years old. And then I moved down here to South Bay about 15, 16 years ago. And I started surf fishing the bay. That's where the big action is. And we're having our lucky breakfast here before our fishing section at Polly's.
Where are you going fishing today?
We're probably going to go fish at the point of Palos Verdes, right off the kelp.
Yeah.
They've been spotting some white sea bass out there, and we'll be fishing with live bait, probably using some jigs, and we'll be fishing up one of the local boats on here, which we're waiting for. All right, breakfast. Our lucky breakfast. That's right. Always the lucky breakfast before fishing. It's a must. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very traditional to have breakfast here for all the Redondo Beach fishermen. Get here a little bit early before your boat, when you're out there with a full stomach, fishing all day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fishing's all basically a little skill, a little luck, and just being at the right place with the right bait. It should be a nice day. The water's really calm, the wind is low, still. We're gonna have a good day today. You know, a lot of people do a lot of fishing around here, and I just want to put my finger up to them. It's not what you catch, it's just being out there, you know, getting the whole feeling of the ocean and your chances. Pretty much fish about at least 3 hours a day, especially now that the water's warming up and we have a lot of fish coming from the south. All my friends fish. Even my ex-girlfriend, she likes to fish too. Yeah, she smells like fish, looks like fish. Hey, it's a fish. But you can't just feel the salt air. It's very good for your pores. There's a lot of really good spots out here. And very close we have Catalina, which is home of the yellowtail.
What else do you do besides fishing?
Well, that's basically about it. I like to fish. I work very little. I have a night job waiting tables at this little French restaurant. Just enough to get my pennies together to get my tackle. So basically, you know, I've lived to fish. Well, basically all the local guys have been around here for over 10 years or so, you know. There's a lot of new fishermen that come from everywhere, especially at this time of the year. Even boats from San Diego, Newport, you know, LA Harbor, they come out here because the fishing gets so good. Everybody's got their own lucky little spot, you know, you feel comfortable at. With the right wind and the right current, you know, the spots definitely switch. But thank you very much. Hey, there's a catch of the day. Now, we're having a little problem with contamination here on the bay, but with this surface fish that are moving, they're new fish that are moving through the currents. It should be a lot safer to eat than the bottom fish, as halibuts, because they're the local fish that are here every year. They just move into deeper waters.
Yeah.
But the tackle is very essential. You have to have the right tackle. You have to have a nice light line with maybe a lure or the right bait, and you're guaranteed to catch a nice fish out here. Look at, there's Polly's almost underwater. Yeah, all the guys out here, man, that run the dock, they're really nice guys. They'll lead you on the right way if you ask them for their advice. If you come out here and you just play like a know-it-all, then you're just going to be pretty much on your own. That's how I learned. I was basically kept my mouth shut and kept my eyes open, and the energy was always there. Wake up at 5, come out and get the boat, sleep overnight, make bait. I've gotten, there's a spot in Catalina called Farnsworth, and it's very shallow, rigid points on the bottom. And there's known to be the biggest yellowtails here in California. And I've gotten a couple of really nice big ones. That's the whole glory when you're at home barbecuing the fish you caught, telling old fish stories. But you should have seen the one that got away. Hey, she's still at Chillers or at the Red Onion. It's a big one. Is this good or what?
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, so basically.
Saturday night, and here I am, buried face to face with another one of my canvases. Wait, what do I need? I need a little more, and more white and that yellow there, and I'll just, where am I going to put this? Right there, yeah. Right, now, get this just there. But I could just do a little more painting, and I could be out of here. Give me some of this right here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just go to Chuck's house and go to that party tonight and have some fun. There might be some girls there. I don't know. This doesn't look that great, does it? But let's see. Maybe a little more white in with this, and we'll see. Chuck's house or paint. It's not that late. If I got out of here now, well, maybe just a little more work, and we'll just put. That looks totally wrong. Shine this. I'm gonna get the heck out of here and go. All I need is a nice hot shower, maybe take a shave, and I'm gonna be good to go. Just one beer. Let's all have a Chuck's one beer. Maybe there'll be some girls there. Just one beer. Let's see. Okay, Bob, remember now. Got to get back home and do some work. Bye, house. I'll see you a little later on. Nice night. You know, if I go over there and really behave myself, have one beer, I could be back on the road, back home, back in the studio doing work. But it'd be nice just to be able to get out one night and have some fun and not have to worry about all this painting and doing my work and getting things done. It's great showing up at your friend's house in a nice Datsun pickup. Okay, now remember, Bob, one beer and I'm out of here. One beer. Hey! Beer.
It's like all my work. It's I'm always in all my work. And always does
I'm not having such a bad time after all.
Working back in the studio, and I just came out for a few minutes tonight, just like come and see what everyone's doing and the whole thing.
Oh man, I think it's almost time to go. What? Where is Charlie, man? I come to his house for his party, he's not even here. Go and check. He's probably over drinking some beer in the corner, talking about some kind of philosophical idea that's meant to change the world.
I don't know, man. Lakers just aren't the same team without Magic Johnson. Yeah, Scott. What's up, bud? How you doing? No, Bob. What's up, bro? Yeah, just cruising, man. You guys enjoying the party? Yeah, man. I haven't seen you at all yet, man. Yeah, it's pretty hard working. Yeah, crazy. I got something I want to show you, man. I wrote something down the other day, and I'm thinking it might trip your mind out.
I was going to go home, though, man.
I know.
I was waiting for you to show up so I could say goodbye.
Well, guess what? This will be part of the long goodbye. Yeah, Bob. I know you're in a hurry. I'll make it brief. Just one. I just wrote this one, and I want someone to hear it. I know you'd understand. Come on, buddy. Yeah, just have a seat right here, my friend. Come on in. Yeah. Got my book. You know, it's here somewhere under all this shit. Got all my money. Yeah. Ah, here it is. My book. All right, Bob. Just wrote this one just the other day. Kind of cool one, man. I think you'll like it. Anyways, here it goes. He steps out the door of a functional house into a perfect world. He leaves a dysfunctional family. Is all good and great except his life. He sees the universe and all its inhabitants through eyes. Big open eyes. That's everything he sees in. He is labeled a drunk and an abuser, a general no-good loser. But he would never use those terms, the favorites of his accusers. Walking down by the crashing ocean, the foam like teeth in a dark, closing mouth, the terrible waves, no job, only hope. A lot of time for smoking dope. Passing by the lonely, immature hero, ants dressed in suits moved together in line, deploring his life, what they call a crime. But as he watches the sun make, the flowers grow, and sees the earth change as the sea takes her sun away, the ant-humans check their wrists for the time, and they churn inside as they realize they're falling behind. Breakdown on the 405 KFW awareness program, hovering from above, out there on Chautauqua. Ballona Creek, river break, surfers at the foot of sunset. Perhaps God is met when one looks inside.
weird phenomenon.
Without a family tree, but he could up and do it, and prove there's nothing to it, and that's how a good dog should be. Come back,
now we've got to do it. Now we've got to. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. After all that bluff, it's like a party. It's like a party. Two trapped idiots. Two trapped. Under the sheets.
Well, I don't know if I could tell the critters not to see.
Can't hardly tell at first. Not until they get to the point of slobbering and staggering around. You see a critter in that fix, you know for sure. You know for sure. You know for sure.
Going nowhere.
Pulled her dress off over her head, and I saw the panties indented somewhat into the crotch. It's only human.
Oh, Mama, it's just a little old garter snake.
Up and ready, feller, although his coat was yeller, his old Texas heart was true.
It's like a party. Two trapped. It's like a party. Two trapped sheets. After I've snapped out of the sheets, her panties are still on.
They say you can get anything for money.
It's only human. Now we've got to do it. I've got to do it after I get all the bluff. It's like a party. Two trapped idiots. Under the sheets, after I snapped the light, her panties are still on. She expects an opening performance.
Sometimes you will see strange and weird phenomena. Concentrate intensely on the psyche in the center of the forehead and search for your distant past.
I wonder why she's here with me. Where are the other guys? How can you be lucky having someone the others have abandoned? We didn't have to do it, yet we had to do it.
Doesn't the crowd out?
I decided not to tongue her. Even then, after it's over, we'll sleep together tonight. Trying to fit ourselves inside the wallpaper. I try. Notice the hair on her head. Mostly notice the hair on her head. I glimpse the
Sergeant, dear.
of her nostrils. Pig-like. I tried again.
They sit here in his belly all soft and smooth and pretty.
I know.
She pulled her dress off over her head, and I saw the panties indented somewhat into the crotch. It's only human. Now we've got to do it.
Drives around all over the town. Toots is the driving cat.
Tootses, the cat who could drive a car.
Okay, I'm Pat Bryan. I've been with animal regulations for 7 years now. We're going to be going into Thousand Oaks. We have a or anything, but they will bite you to protect themselves, especially if there's a female that has a litter of them. They're very protective of their little ones. Well, up there, you'll get, I've seen badgers and deer. You get a lot of skunks, raccoons. You get a lot of your wildlife further up into the hills that you go. We've had reports every once in a while we'll get a bear that's loose in the area coming down into the city to find some food, and we'll call wildlife officials to come out and they'll tranquilize it, put it in their barrel that they have that's on wheels and transport it back up into the hills. Again, out in the Saticoy area off of the 118 there and 126 area to Ventura, a lot of your animals down in that area that we'll pick up are a lot of your opossums and cats. And I do know that being a county area, we don't do a lot of leash law in that area, so people assume they can let their dogs run loose too. So we do pick up a lot of dogs in that area. Every once in a while you'll get dog chasing cat. Next thing you know, you'll get a combination roadkill because they do go across that major roadway there.
Yeah, the owner left a note for us, and also a check, because there's, like I said, there was a fee involved for picking up their animal. To identify them, what they are. If we put them on our impound sheet, we need to know the type of cat it is, was a long hair, medium hair, long hair.
Camarillo. Okay, that's part of the county area there. You get a lot of wildlife that runs through there. You get a lot of squirrels. You can get rabbits, skunks, coyotes. You get an occasional dog and cat. You get a little variety of roadkill through that area. It's starting to build up with more homes out there now. Well, on the Lewis Road, we get a lot of dead there because that road has traveled so much. We're going to drive in